Hi, I'm Molly from Bloomlife, and I just wanted to give you a few quick tips and best practices for getting set up with your Bloomlife. The first thing to do to get started is to go ahead and charge up your sensor. So with your charging cord, like most charging cords, there's two ends. The one that goes into the sensor has this little tail. You're going to go ahead and just snap that in and then charge it up. It goes into any normal USB head. Maybe that's the one that came with your phone, or even your computer, you can charge it in there. While the sensor is charging, you can open the app and log in and look around, but the important thing to know is that you're not going to be able to actually connect to the sensor or start a session until the sensor is in a patch and the patch is on your body. So that's the very next step. Go ahead and make sure you detach the sensor from the charging cord. Take out a patch sleeve, open it up, take out a patch, and you can get started putting it onto the patch. The thing that I want to point out about connecting your patch and your sensor is that you need to make sure that it is snapped in really, really well. So when you connect the two and you give it a good snap, even if you hear it snap and you see a light up, it doesn't mean it's necessarily in really well. You need to check all the corners, all the edges, and you can see there that it's not fully snapped. So go ahead and give that a good snap too. Sorry if this feels like I'm beating it to the ground, but I want to point this out and just emphasize it again. Double check that your sensor is all the way snapped in. So give it a good look. Is it flush all the way around? This is an example of a really well snapped in sensor. I have an example of a bad snapped in sensor. It's deceiving. It looks really nice. It looks flush, but if you see this corner here, it's not actually fully snapped in. So give that corner another good snap, and now you're ready to go. The next thing to do is take the patch off of its plastic backing and put it on your body. So there's a handy tab here on the patch. Go ahead and peel that away. And the important thing to point out here is that you want to avoid touching the patch as much as possible. So you can grab it by its edges or you can grab it by the sensor. But the thing to really avoid is touching the sensing nodes down the middle. You want to keep them really clean to get the best data coming in from your body. So really avoid touching the patch as much as possible. So now you're ready to put your Bloomlife on your belly. The thing that you might have noticed when you were checking your edges are really flush is this blue dot right here. And that is what is going to be facing up towards your belly button. And this is where you're going to measure 3 fingers to the sensor placed below your belly button. I don't have a nice pregnant belly to show you how to do this, but there is a very handy picture in your quick guide that you can use as a reference. And then go ahead and make sure when you put it on your belly to really smooth down those sensing nodes to make sure they're making really good contact with your skin. Once it is on your body, then you can go into the app, and we'll have a separate app tour, and you can go ahead and start the session. You'll probably hear a little doot from the sensor when it connects, and you'll see that it starts configuring and then calibrating. When you are all ready to stop your recording session, before you take the sensor off your belly, make sure in the app you hit stop. You'll hear a little beep from the sensor and you know that it's fully stopped your session. When your session is completely stopped and you hear that little beep, you're ready to take the patch off of your belly. So go ahead and peel it off really carefully, just like you took it off the backing, meaning really hold on to just the edges of the patch. Avoid touching the patch too much. And especially avoid touching the middle, avoid touching those sensor nodes to keep them clean. When you have the patch off, go ahead and take the backing, which hopefully you saved, and just reattach it. You can kind of see these little divots. Aim to put the sensing nodes on those divots and just attach it. Then you can put it back into its patch sleeve for safekeeping for next time. When you're ready to change the patch, you're actually going to have to break the sensor base that's on the patch. You can see this release tab here. Go ahead and get a good grip and then break it, and you're going to slide the sensor out. Slide it out. Don't pull it. It's not going to come out that way. You're going to have to slide it. And then this patch is toast. Get rid of it. You don't need it. Use a new patch next time. And then we're right back where we started. So give your sensor a good charge. Charge it up so that it's ready for your next time.